Howdy folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into part 5 of my Lord of the Rings collection, and we're almost through, and but we'll go ahead and continue on with what we have. And over here we have a trilogy edition of Faramir in Gondorian armor, which I like. I love this design on this figure. And he does have a button on the back of the figure for the sword slashing action. And I can't tell if the joints on this guy are swivel or hinged. But I'm gonna guess it's probably ratcheted like the Eowyn in armor figure. And I just love the design on this. Very neat. And I like the split on the skirt there, so it'll provide better articulation on this figure. You can see some hinged ankles there, and looks like he's got hinged double hinged knees. You can't really see on the video, sorry. And he does have a swivel cut at the thigh, so that's probably nicely articulated at the legs on there. So doesn't look like there's a swivel unless it's underneath the skirt on the waist on there, but very nice Faramir design. Really love this one, and I guess I loved it so much I got more than one on there. And we have another Faramir. This is the first release of Faramir with sword wielding action, so he has a button on the lower end of his back there. And this was a harder to find figure, a more expensive figure than I'd say this Faramir. I'm not sure, maybe it's just low production numbers, but this likeness on this one is kind of meh, and he's got orangey color skin, so he's more expensive, but don't know why. He was $8.99 when I purchased him on there, and you can see here he has hinged elbows, and looks like single cut or single hinged knees, hinged ankles, so he has a fair amount of articulation. Don't know what's going on at the neck, can't see on there. Nice figure of the Faramir in Gondorian Ranger armor. I just don't like the head sculpt too much on him. I can't even get it into focus there. There we go. It's alright. Maybe out of the package he might look better. Now we have here Boromir, Captain of Gondor, which was shown in the extended edition of the Two Towers. Look at the layer of dust on that guy. And this is basically the same as the Faramir armor. Exact same, actually. And nothing different except for the head sculpt. So all they did is just replace the head. And they did not even get the head from the original Boromir. They actually sculpted a new head on this one. And it looks alright. Not too... It's alright. And if you take a look at that sword, it seems like Boromir was plagued or cursed with a short sword. Because I'll show you in a minute some of his swords. Most of the swords that he came with were really out of scale. I don't know why this dude got the short end of the sword. I don't know. But anyways, this one doesn't look like it has any... it probably has the same as Faramir with the button in the back, although it doesn't describe it here. And it looks like the same sculpt. Well, you know what? It's not the same sculpt because he has something going on in the back. So, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like his sculpt is different. I thought it was the same, but it's not. He can't tell on the joints at the shoulders, but he has double jointed elbows and probably double jointed knees as well. And let me look in the light there. It looks like he's got a swivel cut at the thigh. So this is a nice figure. And I love the cut over there for better articulation at the skirt there. Kind of neat. Taking a look at Boromir here. This is Trilogy Edition Boromir with Battle Attack Action. And this guy, I believe, has a shorter sword as well. It's in the scabbard, so you can't really tell. And this is basically a repack of the 2-pack that he first came in. The first appearance of Boromir by Toybiz. And I believe he has an action gimmick. Yeah, he looks left and right or something. And I think Gerhawk has a video of this guy. And I think the gimmick is both crappy and limits the articulation of this figure, which is unfortunate because I really like the Boromir figure. It's nicely sculpted. The likeness is very good to Sean Bean, and it's just that the gimmick on this guy is utterly crap, and it also limits the articulation, which is too bad. But I am glad that Toybiz actually fixed that problem and re-molded this figure into the superposable Boromir, which has no action gimmicks. At least I think it has no action gimmicks. It just has better articulation. And this one was a recent find. I got at Hot Toys 1. It was a store in the mall in the Bay Area. And this one is a lot better. They even had it re-sculpted the head on this one, although he's got a slightly open mouth, which kind of sucks. But anyways, better articulation, probably better articulation underneath the skirt here. And I don't know if that's yeah, it is a remolded chest too. So just completely redone, and for the better, because this guy can probably get into a lot better poses. And looks like I had another one of those crappy Boromirs. And here's a in-package of the Moria Orc with Merry and Pippin on there. Kind of neat. And there's the Goblin, Moria Goblin there. And we have here Two Towers 2-pack of Merry and Grishnak, which is very neat. And I think no, I don't have this guy out of the package yet, so I don't know what this guy. He has a button on the back, and so does Merry. And Merry still has those feet that are not articulated, and but he does have hinged knees this time. And does this guy have? Yeah, he has hinged knees as well. And probably hinged feet, hinged elbows, and look at that ugly mug. Still quite neat. And this guy looks pretty big on there, pretty big and bulky. And I have 3 of these guys, it seems. But I don't have the Ugluk and Pippin 2-pack. And if anybody wants to trade, I got an extra set of Merry and Grishnak. If anyone wants to trade for a Pippin and Ugluk, I'll be happy to do that. But look at the layer of dust on this guy. And we also have here the first appearance Boromir versus Lurtz 2-pack. And I believe Gerhawk has a video on Lurtz. So you'll have to take a look at his video, but it looks like he has a hinged elbow, a hinged knee, probably hinged feet, and I believe his gimmick actually works pretty well, according to Gerhawk's video. He was able to get this to work fairly well. And I'm not sure how much it limits the posability on this figure. Probably not too much, probably at the shoulder in there, but I can't really tell on there. So, and there's the first release of Boromir, which is essentially the same as that one there. Now onto these guys here. We have horribly out of scale Treebeard. You can see this is the Half Moon packaging from the Return of the King line. The details on this guy is very, very nice. Looks like even the articulation is quite nice. He has a branch lifting, mouth moving action, but his shoulders and elbows still look like they're fairly articulated on there, so I think it's not too bad. And I can't tell what kind of knees. It looks like hinge knees maybe. And just horribly out of scale. This guy's an entling more than an ent. He's about as tall as most of the Lord of the Rings figures. Well, of course I got it because it just looks ultra cool, just ultra out of scale on there, but still fairly nice figure. Now we have here a King Theoden with sword attack action. And he has a button behind this figure. And is it for sword attack? It looks like a slash up and down. So probably like Eowyn in armor. Ratcheted joint at the shoulder. You can see the hinge there. So it can go probably in and out all the way around. And he has a bicep cut, a hinged elbow. Don't know what's going on underneath there. But I got him on clearance for $4.88, and the sculpt is very good to the likeness of the captain of the Titanic. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he played the captain of the Titanic in the Titanic movie. And you could see a fairly nice detail on this guy. Very neat on there. Looks like they missed some paint on his hair, but that's not too bad. That can be retouched. But very nice likeness to the actor. On there, not so close as this one, and this one is the King Theoden armor. This one, I think it's just a bad paint job on this particular figure, but he looks so pasty. He still looks a little possessed. But his hair is rather flat, and that's because of the helmet on there. With the helmet he probably would look a lot better, but without the helmet he just looks sickly on there. And his armor doesn't make him look very nice. He looks a little portly on there. And can't tell what's going on underneath. He does have a button that is, it's like the Berserker Urukai, where it just sticks out the back. Hopefully you can cut that. And the way the arm is, it's probably ratcheted on there. And it's a fairly detailed figure. I like that much. Just that head sculpt is just not so great. Probably with the helmet it looks a lot better on there. Fairly neat. And on to the orcs here. We have here an orc overseer from the Fellowship of the Ring line. It's kind of neat. I don't think this guy ever made it to the movies. I've watched the movie several times. I don't know where this guy shows up. Probably in Orthanc, but I don't know where in Orthanc. I've even tried looking in the background. I don't know where this guy is at. And he does have a lever for whipping action. Can't tell on that arm whether that limits the articulation, but it probably is on a ratchet on there because it probably goes up and down. But other than that, it looks fairly articulated, except for the feet look like they're molded. Nothing articulated at the ankles there. And it does come with this cool looking newly born orc there. And because he comes out of this pod like thing, which is kind of neat on there. If you add some of that goop, those kids goop things, I think it would be even better. That's the orc overseer, and it looks like I got more than one. And what I'll do is go ahead and break this video here and finish up the rest of my collection, and we'll be right back.